welcome to Kundalini Yoga. My name is Akasha Kirti, also known as Stuff Feller. And this practice tonight is a really ancient yogic practice that I'm very excited to share with you. It's a very powerful practice. It's a practice that moves us really deeply into our internal world, into ourselves. And as we begin this practice, I'll talk to you a little bit more about the theme as we get settled. So go ahead and find a nice tall seat and let your eyes close. Maybe bringing your shoulder blades just slightly back toward one another so that your chest lifts, chin stays level, and let your eyes roll up to the space between your eyebrows, just softly. And let your eyes find stillness so that your body begins to synchronize. And now just start to slow down the breath so that the exhale is a bit longer than your inhale. And as you do this, keeping your eyes closed, just observe where it is you're holding on in your body. Where is there a sensation of holding on or tightness? So a lot of people hold a lot of tightness in their belly. So maybe you feel your stomach relax. Or maybe you find that you're holding some tightness in your shoulders and just inviting them with your next long exhale to soften. Maybe there's even some tightness or some tension in your face. So observing that and then releasing it on your next long exhale. And continue with this movement. So just observing where you feel tension in your body. Where kind of grabs your attention, and then just inviting it to soften through the exhale. And you might find that your attention keeps getting pulled back over and over to one area. That's okay, just observe it each time it goes back to that area. And just soften through the breath, maybe even with some exhales out loud. Now bringing your hands into prayer pose at your chest, pressing the palms into one another, pressing the thumbs into your sternum. Pressing your sternum back into your thumbs as you continue to lift through the rib cage. Feel the heat in between your hands. Notice the sensation of your fingertips pressing together. Notice your breath as it moves through your chest and presses into your hands. Here, beginning to feel as if the breath is moving like an ocean wave now. So letting it be a continuous motion. And maybe even imagining that you can hear the waves of the ocean or see the waves of the ocean as you breathe. Eyes stay still. And now preparing to do Namo 3 times, saying that we bow to the wisdom that's within us. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Let's do one more of those. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Mangalacharn. Agure Name, Jugagure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Agure Name, Jugagure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Agure Name, Jugagure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Inhale and hold the breath. Hold it softly, pull up on root lock. Eyes are still up at the third eye. Exhale. Release your hands. Keep your eyes closed. Practice here and feel as if it's already here as you consider that intention. You can keep the eyes closed as I talk for a moment about the theme for tonight, or you can open the eyes if you would rather. So tonight, sometimes we have like one set theme and everything that we do revolves around that theme. Tonight is slightly different in that it's almost like we're telling a story. So we're going to be telling a story through the yoga practice that we do, telling a story in our bodies, telling a story in our energetic system. And the story that we're telling is, how do we move past fear, past anger, past resentment, really past all feeling, all of that emotion, and into this center place of wisdom. And this journey that we'll go on really starts with, first of all, how do we open up? How do we become sensitive so that we can start to shift? And then from there, how do we move into a really strong sense of self? And then that sense of self opens us up to compassion, to tolerance, to wisdom. So then once we're in this, then we look at this, how do we see the world when we're in this new compassionate, open, sensitive perspective? So we'll use all of that as a lens to think about tolerance and patience. Okay, so our first Crea is called self-control through developed sensitivity. So move into cow pose, coming on hands and knees. Wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are under hips, and then bringing the belly down toward the ground, the head lifts up. Instead of moving back and forth like we would normally cat-cow, we're going to stay in cow pose. You'll bring your hands up to the chest and then back down to the ground. And your body as little as possible. Trying to keep your body in cow as you move the hands to the chest and back down again. So I'll get our timer started. Go ahead and begin. So this here is developing your nervous system. Maybe you find a spot on the ground to focus on, or maybe your eyes close. And really noticing the sensation of your hands as they hit the ground, as they touch your chest. Noticing the sensation of your back. Observing your breath. Keep going. I'm going to talk to you about this as you continue to do this. So, what we know from the yogis and really from our own experience is that when we experience fear or pain of any kind, we move into a place of being less sensitive. So we selectively numb the way that we're feeling in order to feel less. So the first part of moving into all of these places that we want to be, being a more compassionate, whatever our goal is, more of an activist, anything. That the first step is to do the opposite of what we kind of instinctively do. So that when we experience pain, when we experience fear, when we experience any of these things, that we instead move into a more sensitive place. So this Crea moves us to more sensitivity, starting with just the body system, awakening the nervous system. And what we know is that when we're in a more sensitive place, rather than in a place of numbing, that is the place that we can make really good decisions from. That's a place of clarity. It's a place where we can make wise action. Okay. So moving towards sensitivity. So maybe in your last 30 seconds here or so, just kind of considering, noticing any thoughts or feelings that come up for you when you think about moving towards sensitivity when you're feeling pain. Hands down, inhale, suspend the breath, squeeze root lock. Exhale, curl into cat, and squeeze root lock. Go ahead and have a seat, relax the breath, sit back down in easy pose, notice the way that you feel. And part of that sensitivity that we're developing helps us notice how we feel. So I may say something like, notice how you feel, and you don't really notice anything. That's okay. So just notice that you're not noticing anything. Or you may notice that you kind of have two scripts or two things that you're feeling in your system right now. One of them is the stimulation from the exercise, and one of them is whatever thoughts came up for you as I was talking, the reaction in your body to those thoughts. Okay, now staying in easy pose, just begin using alternate fists to hit the low back. So find a nice rhythm, and it's down on the low part, not the kidneys yet. Let this be quick, fast motion, and there's no specified breath here, but go ahead and deepen your breath through your nostrils. And stay with the sensation instead of wherever your thoughts are wandering to. So just keep bringing it back to the way that it feels. Keep going, about 45 more seconds here, really stimulating this low back. Keep going. So the more sensitive we become, the more choices we have. The less sensitive we are, the more we just react based on the habits that are programmed into our subconscious mind. Okay, inhale, engage your root lock. Exhale, release. Pause and notice. Okay, now continue this same motion but on the kidneys. So this is going to be halfway in between the bottom of your rib cage and your hip. So just a little bit higher than what we were doing before. Not too hard on the kidneys. Let it be rhythmic and fast but gentle. And this will give you a lot of energy, this motion. If you do this for a couple minutes a day, you'll feel really energized. Good. So this might not feel like you're doing yoga right now in the way that we traditionally think about yoga. But remember, yoga is union. Yoga is union. So all the different parts of yourself united. So in this moment, can you unite your breath, the physical sensation, the movement? Can you bring your mind on board by focusing your mind back to the sensation, back to the breath, or back to the mental mantra, Sat Nam, I am truth? Inhale, pull up on root lock. Exhale, release. Pause and notice how you feel. Can you feel or imagine you can feel that energy? Now, open palms, hit the shoulders. Oh, sorry, that's supposed to actually be at the same time. Simultaneously hit the shoulders. We're also moving lymphatic fluid here. This stimulates the back of the brain. Powerful breath through both nostrils. Keep going. It feels kind of like there's a cloud of, I don't know, sticky energy around you. So I want you to breathe it away. So each time you're exhaling, with your hands still going, just imagine the space around you clearing, getting more and more clear. All the way around you, front and back, side to side. Clear it. Inhale, squeeze root lock. Hold the breath, hold it softly. You're just pulling in through the low navel so the upper belly is still soft. Exhale, release, notice how you feel. The only thing that matters in this moment is your system in this exact moment. Okay, bring your hands into fists. Come to the navel, which is below the belly button, and alternate hits on the belly. And it just says as hard as you can tolerate. So not too crazy, but feel it down here. We're balancing the energy at the navel point. I know sometimes I feel like if I open up, if I get more sensitive in the midst of all of this pain, I'm going to fall apart. But what we forget is that sensitive part of us is the strong part. It is the part that can handle anything. It is resilient, powerful, insightful. So we don't have to hold anything here. In fact, feel yourself with your powerful breath releasing. Just release. Release things out of your body. Release the tension out of your shoulders. Release the tension out of your face. Imagine it just draining down into the ground. Release. Keep the fists going, move them up to the chest, alternating at the chest. You can move it up and down a little, back and forth a little. Breath powerful here. Keep releasing. Be here in this moment, this moment, this moment. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. We stumble through our lives half asleep. Be awake in this moment. Wake up. Release the tension in your belly. As you inhale, let your belly get big. Good. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Squeeze up on your root lock. Exhale, release. Pause and notice. Notice the tension around your eyes. Soften it. Around your temples, soften. Shoulders, soften. Belly, soft. Legs are extended straight out in front of you now. Open palms on the knees. Open palms on the knees. This is relaxing. Inhaling powerfully through both nostrils. Can you be soft in your shoulders as you do this? Soft in your face. Bring your knees up towards your body. Bend them. If this works for you, you can find a different position if it doesn't. Hands on the tops of the feet. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Be here now. Okay, come back into easy pose. Inhale, hold. Feel things shift as you hold. Feel things shift. Hold softly. Be soft, soft, soft. We're waking up, but we're being very soft with ourselves. Exhale. Now backs of hands. So just alternate however you'd like. Hitting the back of your hand with your palm. Notice the sensation. Let your eyes close. Have an internal experience. Belly is soft. Soften your low belly. Keep softening it. Let it out. Maybe don't have your eyes up at the third eye for this. Let your eyes be soft. Let all that tension drain out of your face. Powerful breath. Inhale, suspend the breath, squeeze up on root lock. Exhale, release, notice. Can you feel it flowing better now? Now we need to move it up through those upper chakras. Okay, coming into frog pose, but we're not doing regular frogs. So heels are lifted and together. You're on your toes, fingertips on the ground in front of you, and you'll just jump. Okay, so we're just jumping up and down. It's gonna balance your whole body. It's moving all that lymphatic fluid, okay? Moving the energy. So just be like a little frog here. Okay, go ahead, I'm gonna start the time. Maybe you even make a rivet sound. Okay, we don't laugh enough. Just be silly, be fun. Yeah, this is hard, right? Make it work for you. Maybe you do them on your back. Inhale as you come up powerfully through your nose. Exhale as you come down. And feel stuff moving. Move it out. Move it out of your body. Move it out of your energetic system. Move it out of the space around you. Rest whenever you need to. When you're resting, keep your breath powerful. Imagine yourself doing the posture. Or maybe just your upper body moves for a minute. And then you shift. Just your lower body moves. So just make it work. You got 1 more minute left. Keep going, keep going. You're in your last 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Maybe you move back into full jumps for the last 10 seconds. Maybe not. Okay, go ahead and rest, catch your breath. Come back into easy pose. Just breathe here. Let your breathing be natural, don't try to control it. But let your spine be long, lift up through the crown of your head. Let your eyes close. Now notice that low belly that's soft now. Notice the soft face. Notice the movement of the energy that's now moved more through your throat. Notice the space around you. Or imagine that you can, clearer, cleaner. best thing we can do to help wake up, to help cope, is to move toward sensation. Move into the body. Just resting here for a bit before we move into the next Crea. Open your crown. The energy, the movement, the momentum start to move all the way up your spine, out the top of your head, circle all the way back down around to your root. Like this little circling fountain. Good. Now we'll move into our Crea. I'll tell you about it in just a moment. Move into bear grip. So this time it's going to be a little bit different than the way we normally do it. So left hand is on the bottom, right hand on top. Fingers curl in so that you're gripping. So right hand is facing down. And then place this grip at the navel. So below the belly, lift through the chest, sit up straight and tall, and press with your thumb here into your belly. Then inhale, hold the breath, pull up on root lock, and you're going to hold for 7 seconds. And then exhale, inhale, and hold. Keep repeating this. So I'll count out 7 seconds for you. So inhale, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then exhale. Inhale. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going. So as you're breathing in this way, pulling through bear grip, right? Pulling out. So your shoulder blades are separating a little bit. You're pulling out and pushing in at the belly. As you do this, I'll talk to you a little bit about this next Crea. So this is called Crea for tolerance. And it works a lot on the navel. So what the yogis tell us is that if we want to be tolerant, in other words, if we want to have loving kindness toward ourselves, toward other people, regardless of how repugnant their behavior might be, that it starts with a strong sense of self. And a strong sense of self starts at the navel point. It's this third chakra energy where we get the sense of who we are. And when we have a powerful sense of self, then we can allow others to be. And we don't feel any need to dominate, any need to control, any need to do anything like that. Our action can stem from wisdom. But all of that begins internally. It begins with us. maybe as you continue this breath pattern, you imagine inhaling power, your own power. And then as you suspend the breath, imagine that energy, that power that is you, traveling throughout your body. Let it just clear blocks. Inhale. Suspend the breath, squeeze root lock. Exhale, release, relax for a moment and observe. Let your hands be soft. Okay, moving into Sat Kriya. So sitting on your knees, maybe there's a cushion, maybe there's not, or maybe you're just sitting in easy pose. Hands will come up over your head, squeezing in towards your ears. Hands are interlaced. Feminine energy is left thumb over right, male energy right thumb over left. Jupiter finger, the finger of wisdom, is extended. So be up overhead. On Sat, belly comes up, Nam, belly releases. If you are pregnant, don't move your belly in this way. If you are on your first day or two of your menstrual cycle, do this softly or don't move the belly. Okay, so let's begin. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. Eyes are at the third eye. Nam, Sat, 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 Nam. Keep going. So what we're doing with this is we're working on our digestive system and all three of our lower chakras. And we're moving the energy. We're activating the energy of the navel. Each time we're pulling up on Sat. So we're activating that energy of the navel and moving that energy up through our system. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. The breath just sneaks in wherever it can. Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, Nam. Keep visualizing the energy moving up. Moving up from the belly, up through the crown of the head, circling back down around to the root. Nam, Sat, 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 Nam. Keep going, about 45 more seconds. All of these eye focuses that we do, they're working on your brain, glands in your brain. And they're also working on your frontal lobe, which is your personality. So they're making real changes, real incremental changes. Inhale. Suspend the breath, squeeze root lock. Imagine the energy being circulated from the navel up and around. Exhale, keep your arms lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze root lock with the breath held empty. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms down through the aura. Let them rest on your lap. Notice. Follow the breath. Okay, come seated. Legs are at, okay, a couple of options here. Option one, legs are at 60 degrees, back is straight, hands are out, breath of fire. Option two, knees are bent at 60 degrees. Option three, maybe big toes or heels touch the ground here. So breath of fire, rapid inhales and exhales that are powered by your diaphragm, equal length. Okay, go ahead and begin. Really engage your navel, gauge your abdominal muscles. You can even alternate one leg up, one leg down. You can rest, keep the breath of fire going, and imagine yourself doing the posture. Only about 40 more seconds. Keep up for the last 15 seconds here. Keep up in whatever way you're doing it. Inhale. Exhale. Pommel bond. Hold it empty. Pulled up through your root lock. Exhale. Lower your legs down. Come into easy pose. Immediately begin laughing. Big belly laugh. Just for 1 minute. Feels silly. Harness your inner Santa Claus. Big belly laugh. Really move your belly while you laugh. So we're moving all this energy from our belly that we just stirred up from exercising our abdominals. Laugh. It's a little harder to do alone in a room by yourself. You can do it. You can laugh at how silly I sound. 10 more seconds, keep laughing. Laugh at the ridiculousness of this world. Okay, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Notice how you feel. Okay, bring your hands up to the sides of your body. You'll inhale. You'll suspend the breath and punch. Just punching forward. Whenever you need to exhale, go ahead and exhale and do it again. Inhale, hold, and punch. Go ahead. Okay, this is heart chakra stuff. Stuff with our hands, heart chakra stuff. Moving that energy up, 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 up. Punch like you mean it. You're also moving these glands, all this tissue in the breast and the armpits. Keep going. Suspending the breath, holding the breath, punching. When you need to inhale, do so powerfully through both nostrils. Let it be fast, let it be rhythmic. Keep going. More than halfway there. Excuse me. If you ever need to rest, do. Keep the breath going. Imagine yourself moving. You got about 45 more seconds. Last 10 seconds, make it count. Inhale, hold. Exhale, release, lower your hands, close your eyes, observe. Soften through your brow. Keep letting that energy move all the way up through the crown of the head. Okay, now moving into a combination of spinal flex and shoulder shrug. So it'll look like this, sitting up tall, hands on shins in easy pose. Inhale as your chest comes forward, exhale back, and then inhale shoulders up, exhale down. Do this at a pace that works for you. You can slow it down if you want. Bringing flexibility to the spine. Moving the energy now up through the throat chakra into the upper chakras. Find a nice rhythm. Maybe your mental mantra is sa ta na ma, sa ta na ma, which describes the cycle of life, death, rebirth, and infinity. Is a longer version of the mantra Sat Nam, I am truth. Because the truth is that you are more than this body and this moment. You are infinity. You are that cycle. The range of motion for this increases as you practice, so don't worry if you have a small range of motion. Let your body move the way your body moves. Welcome it, love it. Keep going, last 40 seconds. When we talk about tolerance, we usually think of someone else, right? Some other that we need to tolerate. But tolerance with ourselves is huge. Having unconditional loving kindness toward us, toward ourselves, no matter what our behavior is, no matter what. That's tolerance. In Hebrew, the root of tolerance is to suffer, right? And tolerance and patience mean the same thing in that language. So patience with yourself in suffering. Inhale, suspend the breath, squeeze root lock. Exhale, release. Notice the way that one made you feel. Can you allow the energy to flow? Okay, come lying on your back now for Savasana. Covering up, hands by the side, palms facing up, eyes closed, breath normal. Get comfortable. I talked just a little bit with these online ones during Savasana, where I normally would not. And it's so you know I'm still here, right? You're still relaxing. Just let yourself get soft. Really let your eyes get soft. Can the corners of them get soft? Can they get still? And now that you have moved into sensitivity and into a strong sense of self, can you, in these moments of rest, by doing nothing except allowing, can you just allow now that wisdom, that compassion that you already are to flow? Just allow. And you allow, or just imagine that you can allow, all of the saints and sages and yogis that have done this work to just maybe imagine them ministering to you in some way, helping things open, helping things allow, helping things get soft. Letting that powerful feminine and the powerful masculine to be balanced. Releasing all apprehension in your chest, in your throat. Just let everything move. Just allow. Notice if you start to pinch anything off. Let everything flow. How soft would your body be in this moment? How much would you allow if you were being perfectly held? If you felt really, really safe? What would that feel like for just a minute in your body here? Deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Circle hands, circle feet. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead, legs long. Exhale, and then do a little stretch from side to side. Stretch the whole length of the spine. Rub palms of the hands together, soles of the feet together. Grasp the front of the shins, rock and roll, and come to a seated position, an easy pose for the meditation. This meditation is called Shadow of a Mental Projection. And what it is it's about clearing blocks. It's about trusting. So it's allowing that wisdom and trusting that everything is unfolding. There's no need for anxiety about any of it. Okay. Hands come to the sides of the body. Elbows are just resting here against the side of the body. Hands are in Gyan Mudra. First finger and thumb touch. Palms face up. Your eye focus will be at the tip of your nose, tucking your chin slightly in and back, eyes at your nose, and we'll chant in monotone, Har, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. It means like the seed of something that then flows and then comes fully, blossoms, and then the celebration of that internal teacher that made that flow possible. Okay. So sitting up straight and tall, eyes at the nose. Inhale. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Navel moves. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. Really listen. Had, Hare, Hari, Wa, He, Guru. 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 Had, Hare, Hari, Waheguru. Har Hare Hari. 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 Hare Hari. Waheguru. Har 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 Hare Hari. Waheguru, Had Hare Hari, 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 Waheguru, last one, Had Hare Hari, Waheguru, inhale. Hold the breath as you pull up on your root lock. Keep focusing at your tip of your nose. Exhale, release the breath, release the hands, release the eyes. Let your eyes close, just observe. Notice the clarity. Notice that in this moment you already are what your intention is. Inhale, exhale. Bring your hands to your chest. We'll close with a long time sun song. Press through the palms, lift. Sing to yourself and to the world in a spirit of tolerance, of patience, of wisdom, of openness and sensitivity. Inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. One long sat, short nam. Sat nam. May you bravely move toward sensitivity. May you have the utmost tolerance and patience with yourself and trust your inner wisdom. Sat Nam. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful evening.